What's up, everybody? Welcome to the OD Podcast. We're back with another one. I don't know exactly what topics we're talking about today, but it's just the two of us. I'm Wavy.
And I'm Max. So I got a scenario for you. So I was actually watching like YouTube shorts, and like this guy took this girl to court. They had a child together. The judge was like, "Why you guys here?" She quit her job making $70,000 with a master's degree to start working at a convenience store for $30,000 because she didn't want to pay that much in child support. So I want to talk about that just a little bit.
They got married.
Yeah, I guess, they're just not together anymore. Let me see if I can find the story.
And they're not together. I'm trying to understand the story because I'm like, how did she have to pay child support if she had a child? And what, did he not make as much money as she made? It was kind of a vague story.
Yeah, he has a child, but they don't make as much as much money. He don't make as much money as her, so she has to pay child support.
And they got split custody? 50-50?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then she would have to pay child support.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Because to a certain extent, I'm trying to understand, why does a judge determine how I live my life? Why does a judge have to tell me, no, because I earned a master's degree, I have to use my master's degree? Like, why?
The judge isn't telling you that.
I mean, technically, she is. I'll have to find the exact story. But, yeah, she really is. How do I see things I've watched?
I mean, I would like to know who the children stay with majority of the time.
It stays with the dad, but again, it still doesn't matter to me.
Oh, I don't feel bad for the bitch at all.
I guess, in my point, it just doesn't matter who the child is staying with. It's more of a judge deciding, hey, because you have these degrees,
so you
need
feel like
to
that
use
because
it.
it's a woman, or?
No, I feel like that in general. The kid could have been a guy. It did not have to be a girl. I think in general, who is a judge to it?
The breadwinner, the judge would have told the guy the same thing.
But now we're not together anymore. My life has changed. Like one time somebody could decide that they're not going to be active and remain fat, and then the next 2 years they start working out.
A judge can't make you work or use your degree.
Well, I mean, that's what you're basically stating when now I have a decrease in pay, and instead of saying this is how much child support I should be paying, you say, hey, you have a master's degree and you're just choosing not to use that, so I'm still going to make you pay that $800.
That's up to the judge's decision.
But that's some bullshit. So I want to know how you feel about it.
Do with the men too.
So you believe that a judge should be able to determine, hey, if you were supposed to pay $500 in child support, and you don't want to work this hard no more, and you just choose something to just make your life.
That's your excuse. You tell the judge. I think the judge should. I mean, yeah, of course.
So now this is my question: why do I have to live this type of lifestyle if I no longer want to be with you? Like, why do I have to?
Because you should continue to support your family, still your family. That's how the judge sees it.
That just makes no sense to me. So you're telling me
you think
that
for a man, if his wife or whatever, who's making less money than him, leaves him, and he's making a decent amount of money, he should be able to say, hey, I don't even want to work no more. I don't want to do that no more because this is my life, and I should be able to decide not to do that no more.
That's crazy. As I see me at a certain extent, yes. If a man decides he does not want to work his ass off and never be home and never
I don't necessarily agree with child support in the first place. I think they should nullify it at all, and then women wouldn't even leave men as much.
Well, what do you mean nullify? Wait. Don't just say some shit like that and then not talk about it. What do you mean nullify?
I think
child support.
I think it should not have child support.
So you think that when a woman have the baby, she just have the baby? No. I'm okay with that. I mean, then we should be able to abort the baby too. Because, why even have these kids if we have to take care of them alone?
That's not the point.
Your point is saying that women are now going to stay with men because they're not going to get any child support. So you're holding me down because I can have babies and you can't?
What? What do you mean holding you down? The man will stand regardless the woman was leaving.
Yeah, so you're making me have no choice but to depend on you to that extent. Like, even though it takes
No, you
two
could
people
leave.
to
You just can't have
tango.
no more this money. The same thing you're complaining about.
Well, I'm not really complaining so much about the money. I'm complaining about the fact that the person can't change your lifestyle. But before we talk about what I was talking about, I still want to talk about what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get pregnant. You're gonna nut at me, and then you're supposed to just be like, "Well, bitch, you didn't want to stay."
So basically, you're bringing up the argument of it should be on the woman's side. It's okay if she gets paid.
No, I'm okay. So
what if I nut in you, you make more money than me, and then now I'm getting paid?
So I'm not right now. I'm not even talking about my point that I was talking about. I'm just talking about the.
I understand, but you're bringing up feminine points, and that's why I'm saying.
Okay, so you're bringing up feminine points, but you're trying to.
You are.
You're bringing up points, but your points that you're talking about, you're mixing what I was talking about. So just now, you made a statement of child support should be nullified. Right? And I just don't agree with your statement of saying child support should be nullified. So because we have babies and you can't, we have now to.
But I literally just said you're bringing up feminine points. So if you're bringing up feminine points, then you're saying
not what's feminine about we have babies.
Women have babies. That's feminine.
What's feminine? Am I lying?
No.
So am I telling the truth?
Yes.
Can men have babies? So what's wrong with me saying this? Why do you have to characterize it in that?
You're bringing up feminine points because when the roles were flipped, the same situation you're complaining about, the man getting child support, you have an issue with that. But then on the other hand, when I'm saying no one should have to pay child support, you're like, no, because if I had to carry this baby, then I should get.
No.
You can't bring up feminine points on this if you're saying
I didn't say no. If I have to carry the baby,
you did just say that.
No. If I have to have a child, just because I have the child.
What does carry the baby mean?
Just because let me just try to get my point out. Just because I have the child doesn't mean like we're not responsible for how that child was made. It takes two to tango.
I understand that. So why you can't pay me child support?
Here's my point. It's not that I'm saying that I'm not okay with women paying child support. I'm saying the statement I first started off talking about.
What about if you choose to not do what you want to do?
Okay, so let me finish off. Whether you are a man or a female, I don't care what gender you are. If you decide to make a career change because it doesn't make you happy, a judge should not force you to stay in that because you made money. What if the whole reason you broke up is because you decided to not be in that job?
So let me ask you this: man's making $2 million a year. It's his salary.
Yeah.
He's making $2 million a year. His wife comes out and says she divorcing him. Y'all got 4 kids. She been a housewife all this time.
Yeah.
As soon as she filed for divorce, he quit his job and files bankruptcy.
And you know what? As crazy as it seems,
he should be able to get away with it.
So I think obviously the money that they'd have to split somehow in some form or fashion because the fact that
he don't got no job.
She was being supported by him. So whatever.
That's the whole point of filing bankruptcy. You cannot go into that bank account and take anything out of that bank account.
Whatever savings you have that's in there.
You better find some because once he filed bankruptcy on his bank account, you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
That's the whole point of filing bankruptcy.
So I understand what filing bankruptcy means, but a judge can also look at it and be like, you're only filing bankruptcy because that's...
so now the judge can do that.
So that's like... Hold on. So that's like me stealing money and I just wired it to a different country. Okay. But I don't have it anymore, so I'm not guilty.
So what if the female who's making that amount of money had $100,000 saved up? He's now getting child support. She quit her job, but the judge is saying, no, you need to split that money down the middle, and she files bankruptcy. Do you think she should be able to keep that money?
I just think like whatever is in the fund, there should be some way of like dividing. It doesn't have to be equal.
Okay, so once it's divided, no one should have to pay nobody no more.
No, after that, obviously, children need to be, provided for. So yeah, he made $2 million, but he don't make $2 million right now. Mm-hmm. So what do you
and he might not have that saved up at all.
That's fine. So just what do you make now? So off of your salary that you currently
obviously these smart white men are gonna.
So let's just think about it. What about a guy who works a regular job, a regular 40-hour job? Mm-hmm. He has a good job. He's paying $600 a month or $1,200 a month child support. right? He just has a good job, $1,200 a month child support. He gets fired, he still has to pay that shit. He can't do that because he got fired. So you can go to court and tell them, hey, I lost my job, right? Now, you choosing...
They give you more time.
Yeah, but
that don't take it away though.
But but when you get a new job, you can say, hey, I need this adjusted because this is my new salary. You can go to court and get that shit adjusted. So
that's up to the judge's discrepancy. People don't always get it adjusted.
It is up to the judge's discrepancy, but I honestly, this is just how I think it should work. That's what they should be basing it off of. Like, obviously,
off of whatever job you have.
Yeah.
So I was making $2 million a year. I don't file bankruptcy, but I go get a $30,000 job, and I tell y'all, I've been working at Winn-Dixie for like 2 months now. Y'all should change, and I got about $3 million saved up. You shouldn't be able to touch none of that. You should only get this Winn-Dixie money I'm making, right?
No, it's not about the money.
I just keep on switching the roles of the genders to see where you have your falsity in your statement.
I'm not false in my statement, but I'm trying to figure out why do you keep saying like this $3 million is at the side? Like the money that's they had up until the point they decided they didn't want to be together anymore. They can divide that.
No, you don't get to split that money. If a man's worth that much, you don't get to just take half. No, you don't take half.
I never even said take half.
You just said split that up.
Yeah, you can get some of that shit.
Yeah,
if you didn't work at all.
You get alimony, you get alimony plus child support.
Okay. But you're still gonna get something. You're not gonna walk away with it.
But my point to you is, that's not my point. My point to you is the child support is gonna come from Winn-Dixie money though.
And guess what? As much as that sucks, as long as that's your only form of income and you can't even prove that he's making any side money and not filing his taxes, then guess what? That's just what it is. But at the end of the day, I think it's like really, really crazy.
If that's just what it was, a lot of dudes would do that.
But then this is how I look at it. After a certain extent, like, you can't be getting more money into
Can I be real with you? The judge is doing that because if men were, she's treating her like a man. If men were allowed to get with that, a lot of men would do that. Hell, the men would do that.
Okay, so and
that's just not fair.
So let's just talk about let's look at it from a different point and see if we can just like angle it out. Just talk about it a little bit differently. What if the job that you were at, where you were making all this money, made you unhappy? It made you.
She's literally treating her like a man. You don't get that privilege.
So I have to suffer.
That's what men do every day.
Well, that's
thousands, there millions of men.
Look. Why
every day?
That's your choice. Why you
I have to provide for my family.
Okay, well you can figure out how to. There are different ways.
Different ways? No, there's not. We can move out of here and then move to, I don't know, the lower west side to the east side or some shit. Yeah, we can do that, and it'd be easier. But if you want to live here, like, no, we can't.
I just honestly believe that
there's not always another way. There's not.
It's not even really so much about it being another way. I just don't see how a judge should be able to have that much control over your life and say you should be miserable.
They don't have control over your life. They have control over your income. And
but that is that's 40 hours in a week. We only have 24 hours in a day. 24 hours. Hold on. Let's figure this shit out.
First of all, can I say something? You are making the assumption this lady quit her job because she's unhappy. You were just making the assumption.
No, she did not quit her job because she was unhappy. She quit her job because she wanted to quit her job.
Okay.
And she went and she started working at a convenience store.
And that's the point.
So my question is, like, just because she decided she didn't want to use her degrees now, like, she has to? You're forcing her to?
Yes. I mean, no, she's not forcing her. You're not forcing her to.
You are.
You're not forcing her to. Don't do it.
But there's a consequence to it.
Oh, you got that right.
So you're forcing me.
No, you're not.
What is my choice?
Go jail.
Oh, so
men go to jail every day for child support.
So because I'll pay up to like right now. Just this is my new job. This is my new lifestyle. I'm a minimalist.
Find another job along the lines of your degree.
But I want to be a minimalist. I don't want.
You were not a minimalist before when you was in the house with your family.
Hence why we're not together anymore. He didn't want to be a minimalist.
Yeah, but your family still needs you to support them.
No, that's some bullshit, bro.
Oh, men go through it every day.
That is that. Well, and I guess Fight for men's rights, bro. Y'all need to do harder, work harder, and fight harder. Y'all need to protest. Don't you see these bitches
I'm just
protesting?
saying, I feel like the only reason you feel that way is because it's a woman.
I'm basically, I am, and I said it from the get-go. So I brought this up because I did not agree with the fact that a judge has the ability to rule your life and say what job you should work.
Your life.
You do if you're telling me.
Quit that job and find another one. But you gonna make that money.
But you're basically telling me
you gonna make that
money. I have
make that money.
Yeah.
Yes.
That sucks.
And then so.
And I mean,
you were supporting your family to this degree before, and you are not gonna change that now.
I don't want to work that hard. That's why
your family still needs you.
But what if you got a divorce?
Why did you want to work that hard when you had your family?
Hold on. So what if you got a divorce because of money issues, right? You just didn't have enough. He didn't make enough. Wasn't trying hard enough. Not enough, right? You don't have enough. You're unhappy, bitching. So now y'all just not together. You don't want to work that hard, and you don't want to work those long hours no more. You have no reason, like
can I tell you what's the solve? Can I tell you what solves this whole issue for this woman, so-called quote unquote woman?
What?
Take the kids.
He can't afford it.
Who can't afford it? No, you take the kids.
The female?
Yeah.
I mean, so why do you think that just solves the issue?
It doesn't. You still be 50-50 custody.
So why do you say take the kids and say 50-50 custody? What about that?
If the kids are staying with you for 6 days out of the week and 4 days out of the week with him, or 7 days out of the week with you and 3 days out of the week with him, if the kids are staying with you majority of the time, you will not have to pay child support.
You know, that is so true.
Sorry.
But you're right about that. But I wasn't really even arguing her case on how much she had to pay and all that.
I'm just saying, she sounds like a piece of shit woman to me anyways. What am I defending this bitch for? She deserves to pay that money. Work, bitch. I actually am rooting for this bitch to work.
No, I'm totally against it.
1000%. Make that bitch work. Men do it every day. Make that bitch work.
Yeah, I'm totally against that shit.
I love it.
So again, I'm just against it because I just don't see why a judge has the ability to see how hard you should have to work.
But I think it's reparations for all the men who've had to do it. So I love it.
No.
Reparations like the slaves deserve.
I mean, I feel like that's something that you say like, yo, I'm gonna get this shit appealed because I have mental issues.
So you're gonna go to the whole nut house.
I have mental issues. Yeah, I have anxiety and stress.
So you're gonna leave your children.
I have anxiety and stress because of my job, and that's why I changed my job, and now the judge is forcing me to be something in life. Like, I have to really
how hard do you think it's going to be for you to convince a psychotherapist that you actually have these things, and the reasons you have these things is because a judge is forcing you to be something you don't want to be. They're making you work when you don't want to work. What do you think is going to happen when a psychotherapist asks you, but why?
To put it this way, I'm stressed out.
Why?
I need a break.
Why?
Because I need a break.
They need a deeper reason than that. There's no because. You can't tell psychotherapist just because.
You're asking me why. So
yes, why do you? Let's get down to why you feel so stressed. But I didn't
just say just because. Like, I actually said words too.
No. Okay, but when you said those words, they're deep. They're gonna dig even deeper. You said, why?
So if everything I ask, you're gonna keep asking why? Is there?
Yes, they are going to keep asking why.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter. But
there's not an end until we get to the root problem.
But you're not like you're not.
My thing is the root problem is because she don't want to pay her husband.
So I don't even care if the root problem is she doesn't want to pay her husband. I personally
have a very big problem financially supporting
I personally don't see why men or women should be placed.
Men do it every day.
Should be placed under the scrutiny of states to say, hey, you have to make such and such amount of money because you made it before.
I don't know, but I guarantee you can find at least 20 men stories like that on Google right now.
Bro, just because another man suffer don't mean I have to suffer too.
Yes, the fuck it do.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do.
Well, bro, you better go give your car to the poor because there's some man without a poor. Start walking. What you mean? Take the bus to work.
Don't gotta do anything.
Bro, he's suffering too. You better suffer like people suffering. We are not eating tomorrow. It's Ramadan. It's done with. We are fasting tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not suffering. I think they do that for religion.
But that feels like suffering, so we better suffer a little bit.
I can do Ramadan, no problem.
Some people don't eat. They don't have food. We're going to feel what not having food feels like.
What is that? I don't understand the correlation.
It's just like more about the fact, like, just because some people don't have, like, they're supposed to be like, yeah. Now I get, and I feel how you feel is the
most people don't
like
have. It's not about most people don't have.
I like how you feel it's a justice, like getting back for men, but
it's not justice getting back for men. I just love how they're treating her like men.
You're talking about men and separation of women, trying to see if I'm being sexist in a form or fashion by why I'm talking about this, but I
think you were slightly sexist.
No, but I just generally, like, genuinely and generally believe that a judge should not have control over someone's life to the point where they are forced to work a job that they don't want to work no more.
You don't got to.
I know, but if you're the same thing you were talking about me when I say, okay, well, a guy can have sex with underage girl or go to jail, and you're like, they don't want to go to jail, so they don't have sex with underage girls, that's whatever, you know? So, yeah, it's the same thing here. You're not really giving
make that money.
You're not giving me much of a wiggle room.
The same way that they don't do what they're not supposed to do, you need to do what you're not supposed to do and make that money.
No.
Yes.
It's just not okay.
You are crazy. Men do it every day. Make that girl get it, man. Make that money. You better give us our money.
No,
Yes, sir. I'm with it. I like it now. Keep that shit.
Yeah, I'm just.
And more women will keep on out earning their men. Oh my God. Please keep that shit. Yes, I love this. I love it.
Bro.
All have the tables have turned. I love it.
And that's like the crazy part about it, because I just can't. Yeah, no.
I love it.
I hate everything about it.
I'm
really trying to find something here, but I just can't seem to find that. So I'm gonna go where else and I have stuff.
But the funny part about it to me though is that if she keep them kids, she's not gonna quit that job.
You don't have a choice.
So
like, okay, so
you don't have a choice either way.
So I'm just gonna talk about myself. I'm gonna just talk about me personally. I have worked very hard in my life. I don't want to work hard. I used to want to and aspire to be a lot. Bitch, I want to be a housewife. I aspire to be not shit. Now, can I be not shit today? I can't. I just can't, not do shit. But that's my aspiration. It may not be your aspiration, but that's my aspiration. So, from a person who's been working hard, and as you guys want to say, men build the world, women have it easier, women live on easy mode. We do. I accept that. I'm pussy. It's okay. I have a pussy. It's cool. I want to be a housewife. I don't want to work that hard. So why, if I was forced upon a point in time to support a family and then realize that is not what I want, why do I have to stick with it? If you, as society, as of a men, a collection of men, said basically, woman, you work on easy mode, and I know you can work on easy mode, and I went to hard mode, and then I was like, I like hard mode, so I go back to easy mode, and now you're like, no, you can't do that, you can't reverse.
Because women changed it.
I did not have a sex change. It's not a sex. Okay, well, I still have a vagina, so why can't I be pussy?
Women have pushed for women to make more money. They have pushed for this feminism equality shit. They have pushed for it.
I'm so against it.
So do you know what the laws say? The laws do not say man or woman. The law says whoever makes the most money.
They just okay. I agree with the law, and I think the law should stay that way. Hold on. You cut me off. I didn't finish. That wasn't my finish point. But they should put in fine line print, like the bottom when they say all that shit when you take some drugs on TV.
About your anxiety.
They should say review after 2 years. For like pay or something. Wow. Like, because
if
you change your lifestyle, you change your life.
You won't. Imagine if you're making $70,000 and then your child support $3,000. You've been busting your ass to take care of your kids so you can make sure they go to college. Now you're making $125K, and your dumb ass said every 2 years. Now you paying $60,000. Do you really want that law?
Hold on. So I do want, like, when you first get divorced, at least, like, if you can show, or see that your spouse is basically really just trying to get back at you, and that's why they're doing something like that.
That's what she did, though.
But I agree with you on that. I do think that's what she was doing. But I also do believe, like, at the end of the day, a judge should not be allowed to say, well, you need to go make that money.
Why?
Because if that bitch wanted to be not shit, why can't she be not shit? Why does she have to be a lot of shit? Why can't she be mediocre shit? Because she's good in society.
Why do you think most men that are homeless are homeless?
To be honest.
I'm asking you, why?
Well, I mean, me personally, they either put out or they did that shit to themselves. Because me personally, like, I've made money when I needed to make money, and I did not sell pussy.
No, it's because if you don't make the money, quote unquote, the government, will take every fucking thing you got.
Now, when I'm talking about all laws and all that, so if you want to throw in a bunch of shit, then
that's the law.
But I don't agree with those things. So, I'm talking...
Hey, baby, it don't matter.
But
she gonna get what she deserves.
So I'm
rooting for this shit.
I so don't.
Let her dumb ass make that 30K and then now she ain't got no money. I'm sure some guy come save her. He'll pay her child support.
I just think that's just... I just so don't agree with it.
Why?
Because I
don't agree with it, but I think she need to get her... he need to get her money. He can get him money.
I mean, that particular situation, yes. But... In general, though, I just really...
Oh, in general, I don't agree with the law at all.
And I don't think, you could go from, like, complete, like, making a lot to then just go, like, bare minimum and just be like, come on, let's be real. Are you going to really live like this? So, be realistic. You can not
They're going to live like that until you you adjust their child support, and then they're going to get the real job that they was going to get so they can continue to live good. And then, that's when you as the ex-husband or ex-wife got to come and say, no, Your Honor, they actually have this job.
Well,
that's how that works.
To be honest, if I would ever supposed to, give advice to people on child support, I would say just do a review every 6 months. It don't do nothing to anybody.
Well, honestly, can I tell you something, though?
What?
Most of the times when this happens to men and they are able to adjust the thing, they don't have a fucking master's degree. They might have a fucking welding degree, and they was making $100,000 and some shit like that off of welding, and then they're like, I got fired from my job.
So you're talking about only so many people have master's degrees. So talk about majority, not the minimum.
Well, you said Shawty had a master's degree.
Oh yeah, she did have a master's degree.
Okay, that's why I'm talking about a master's degree. I'm saying that the reason that the judge was not willing to adjust on that is because you are clearly working below your means. You don't even have just a bachelor's. You got a fucking master's.
Okay, so put it this way.
30,000 is like less than half of 70.
I know, but what if she wants to sulk? What if she wants to?
You don't get to sulk, Miss Big Breadwinner.
What?
You don't get to sulk.
Is there a piece of option on the tax form that say opt out of being the breadwinner? Because the only reason I'm the breadwinner is because I make more. I'm not trying to make the most money. I'm just trying to make...
You should have had that master's degree and been working at the convenience store before you got divorced. Should have had that shit set up before you got divorced.
Shit is so crazy.
Straight up.
I would have just gotten a different job.
Before you even filed before divorce, you know what you should have did? Quit your job. Start working at the convenience store. That's what she should have did. Honestly.
That is true.
She should have quit her job and started working there before she even filed for divorce.
Yeah, so it seems so realistic. I'm here because I'm stressed out. We're not working.
She had me stressed out before. I couldn't work there before.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I've been working here for a while.
Yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah, that's what she should have did. Mm-hmm. But you know what she did? She quit her job and did that after they told her what she had to pay for child support.
And I know
that's very obvious.
I agree. I totally agree. It was just more of, in that moment, I realized a judge had full control of someone's life. Yes. And that I did not like.
They have full control of your life now. If they pulled all our car tickets and all unpaid SunPass shit we got in our car and decided, well, somebody got to do 30 days in jail for this, I'm sure I'm going to have to do it.
You might take it for the team.
Whatever. But that's control of my fucking life.
You should have paid them tickets, babe.
Oh, now I should have paid them motherfucking. See what I'm saying? The judge always has control of it. The judge come here today and decide you did something wrong. You can't fucking be here no more. You gotta go back to your... Get what? That's control of your motherfucking life. this is democracy. The judge always have control over your life.
Not to that. I just not.
Yes,
to
the
that
fuck they
extent.
do.
Like that's just.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I agree that judge have control over your life, but I'm talking about in my everyday when I'm not doing anything wrong. No, you don't. When I'm doing stuff wrong, you're all in it. When
That's because
no,
they don't know
then
nothing about
out.
your everyday.
Yeah.
But now that you filed for divorce and you in my courtroom, guess what? Now we are now in no charge over.
Yeah, everyday.
Yes, ma'am. You should have never filed for divorce, you little dumb motherfucker.
Oh my god, that shit sucks. That sucks.
Maybe just why'd you file for divorce? Probably shouldn't have did that. That's what I'm advocating for. That's what I'm advocating for. She should have never even filed for divorce in the first place. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna talk. No. Can you stop? Because I got wine. Stop.
We in our phones now, people. Hold on, we gotta ignore you. There's a porn for this if you guys are really interested in people ignoring you.
There's porn for this?
Yeah, the girl just ignores the guy on her phone.
Bro, if I got paid to ignore a dude, I didn't have to have sex with him.
Oh, there are plenty of prostitutes to do.
I would do that shit.
Do women?
I could be on Pornhub to do that. Just say stupid shit to you, say terrible shit to you.
What do you think is the biggest thirst trap for women on social media websites or dating sites or whatever we should say?
Men who flaunt shit.
What is flaunt shit?
So maybe fast cars, or just look like you have money, or you dress really well, so you
Look
think
like
like,
you have
or he
money.
travel. Yeah, those are the things that make you think like, ooh, well,
So
that's
cars.
his lifestyle.
So I'm
being-
trying to describe. I'm trying to get this clear because this is not. You got to be very descriptive and clear on the shit because a lot of guys don't have all this stuff. So besides for fast cars, because I can't post fast cars. I got a decent car, but I'm not posting no motherfucking Lambo and nothing. Flaunting, I don't flaunt too much. I mean, I wear decent clothes, but in general, if you Googled how much my shirt costs, it's like $100 to $200. It's not that much money, realistically, just being real. To me, I mean, $100 for a t-shirt ain't really that much. Okay, so I guess you could say flaunt a little bit, I guess. Now, traveling, I can do that. Like, travel, have a good time, and post that on my social media, on dating apps. What else, though, besides for what you said so far? I'll try to describe so far what you said. What else though?
It's a two strap.
Yeah, for a female.
Well, if you're really out there, if you put a good dick print on there, you know, somebody gonna swipe. At least we gonna talk. We look at it.
I could put a
You know,
solid
sweatshirts.
rolled up sock.
That sweatshirt. Sweatpants. Yeah, good sweatpants pick can get you very far.
I'm concerned right now. You seriously think that's a thirst trap?
Yeah, that's a two strap.
Why?
I mean, when you see a girl and she stand facing and you see her ass and she look back, like, is that a two strap to you?
What's she wearing?
It's your monster. She wearing a dress, but she looking back at her ass.
No.
It's a two strap to you.
No, it's not. No.
So when you see, she's only seeing his ass and she looking back at the ass. And
Do she got ass?
Yeah, it's a two strap.
Could be.
Okay, so I mean,
I don't think dick print is a thirst trap for females, especially not on social media.
So why do you think girls look at dick prints then? Have that girl ever look at your dick print?
I think girls might look at a lot of dick prints. That don't mean they touching or grabbing the dick.
I know, but it still don't mean we ain't gonna look and still be enticed and be like, no, you instead of getting a left, you get it right.
You basically telling dudes to stuff their pants with socks and shit.
I mean, girl stuff their bras with socks. Sometimes.
I don't think so.
I don't believe so either. When you were younger, probably did that.
It's probably teenage years. I don't think most grown women out here stuffing anything.
I don't know.
And honestly, I don't think most dudes is out here putting socks in their pants.
If you really
but if you saying it's a thirst trap, right here on air on our podcast, you think
it's a strap. It depends. Yeah, sometimes it's a strap. I swear to God, bro.
I'm gonna say from my own opinion, man, you gonna make yourself look dumb as hell.
Look.
Cause she gonna make a whole TikTok reel about this man said this on his Tinder, and then when I met him,
that's all you see.
If a dick print is a two strap, then a dick pic should be a two strap. Okay, so the only reason I say sweatpants could be a two strap, and this is just my theory.
I'm genuinely worried. I'm like,
So
do you think you would be thirst trapped by sweatpants and
the the reason that I say dick print is a tool trap, I used to work somewhere, and there was this person who used to wear sweatpants. And when this person wore sweatpants, people used to just be like talking shit. I'd be like, y'all just have no control. Y'all are terrible.
How many of them fucked him?
None. They
So
could
then
actually
what the fuck? How the fuck is that a thirst
no.
trap?
It could be more, but a thirst trap don't mean you have to have sex.
Yes, it is.
No, a thirst trap means you would
Well,
like.
men wanna know how the fuck you get a bitch in the bag to fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Is she gonna talk to me? Are we gonna be able to have relations because of my dick print in these sweatpants?
So we're at work. So obviously this is not the situation where you're gonna have people just fucking on each other. It's not Tinder.
Oh, I think people that work fucking each other.
Right? I mean, I bet you know that. But at the end of the day, like a person who puts, you don't have to like have it be all out there. You could literally wear underwear still, but just like you see that shit a little bit, and then that makes you feel curious.
Like that.
So yeah,
some of the biggest dick motherfuckers walk down the street in jeans, and you would never know they got a big dick. Man, you don't know it like that. Someone has to literally be like wearing a certain type of pants or certain type of underwear for you just to see they, and then also they probably would have to be like aroused for you just to see their bulge in their pants. I see dudes on Instagram post themselves Ethica drawers or some shit with they dick bulge in their motherfucker. You think they thirst trapping doing that?
Yes. Yes, that is a thirst trap. There are females who are like, oh, okay, so the same way that when, you know, you've never experienced your dick getting hard in your pants and then females looking at it.
They don't do nothing else but that.
It still don't change the fact that there are females that do act on their emotions. If you're talking about this being a dating app, you're right. If this is talking about it being a dating app, we know we in here talking about what paperwork we got left to do today. It's not work.
I personally don't.
It's a dating app.
It's fine. You have your opinion, I got mine. I don't think that's a thirst trap for Tinder.
So I think it's
literally
sweatpants is definitely.
How many guys? If you had to ask a friend or look on your Tinder switch the guys, I don't know, you might do it all the time. But if you did that, how many guys you think are you gonna see a dick print on their page?
I've seen a few.
You seen a few?
Yeah.
You swipe right?
No.
Why not?
I know what they're doing.
Okay.
What?
That's the purpose of the thirst trap, isn't it? I'm pretty sure every female thinks
so just because I didn't get caught don't mean like that's not what they're still doing. Doesn't mean like somebody else is not gonna be like, I want that. Doesn't mean that somebody else is not gonna be interested in that.
I guarantee
it's just not me.
I'm telling you guys right now, if you put a dick bulge, sweatpants, free balling picture, anything like that on your Tinder, you gonna get hella dudes swipe you. But you ain't gonna get no bitches. On God. You ain't gonna get no hoes. And this is an example of females give terrible advice. You ain't gonna get no hoes.
So you take a shirtless picture, you look aggressive.
Completely different.
No. You don't get
That's completely different.
No, you don't get to say, well, she liked my upper half.
I don't get to say that. Bro, if you show your dick in any kind of way, that is not a turn on for the majority of women.
You have to do it subtly. Where you can still wear underwear and still see something. You can still wear it's not really about going all the way. It's really just more about teasing the mind and just trying to like make people think like what else?
Think. If you see it right there, what you gotta think about? There's nothing else. That's it.
But people post these things. So I guess the better question is, you've seen pictures like this before. People post this shit. You said it just now, right?
Like a dick bulge, like I seen on Instagram.
Right. So this dick bulge you're talking about, why do you think they post this dick bulge?
Because they're fucking stupid.
Oh man, that sucks. Well, let's just move on. We don't agree on this one.
What the fuck?
So let's just say what else? Like.
Oh no, I get you, but you were like, well, why do you think they posted? Because they retarded.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else to say to that, so
Come
let's just move
on,
on.
If you ain't Chris Brown doing this, but ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about that shit. If you ain't some celeb doing this, nobody don't give a fuck about your dick balls, boy. Them hoes want to see something. That what you got, what you working with, how you living. Are you with friends? Are you hanging around people? Are you doing things? Are you going out? That's what women want to see on your Tinder profile. They don't give a fuck about your dick balls.
But you did. I gave you all those things, and then you asked me like,
I
what
know.
else?
I asked what else.
I'm giving.
I didn't say everything you just said. I added stuff on there. I don't know if you heard it or not, but I did add things to what I just said. And yeah, athletic picture with you with your shirt off in the gym, great picture. And then yeah, if you wanted to wear some tights and show a dick bulge, that would not be a good idea. No, bro, put some shorts on.
Okay, so I got something else to talk about. A man broke up with his girlfriend after she received a lap dance from Chris Brown.
Yeah. What? What you turning up for? What you turning up for?
So that's definitely leavable. Like that's definitely breakup material right there. I'm asking you, yes or no? That was it.
I think it depends on the occasion, but I would be mad that you even accepted him pulling
to be on stage. Yeah, that's what I was.
That's what I would be the most mad about. That little hunch, I would be so happy that's all he did. I'd be like, that's all he did. Oh Lord Jesus! I'd be more mad at the fact you even accepted to come on stage. That's what I mean. And you asked me to come back. Don't go backstage. Like you go backstage, it's over.
Okay, so I totally agree with everything that you just said. Cause I just really wanted to figure out.
We don't argue, like, but I'm not breaking up because of that.
But as a man, that's like you go into an Erykah Badu concert. Somehow Erykah Badu sat dancing like this, and Erykah Badu pull you on stage.
Women don't do that.
I said it's a whole just scenario, and I just choose somebody out there who don't even dance like that.
I know it sounds good, but
I throw a whole scenario, and the person doesn't even dance like that. I know, baby,
but I'm just saying it sounds good. But you can't throw out a scenario that's just unrealistic.
Well, babe, I don't think I'm really throwing out.
That's realistic. It happened.
Yeah, but there are also female artists who pull male figures onto stage.
Who?
I really want to see, I felt like I seen. I'm gonna name somebody and it's gonna be so wrong.
Yeah, I literally looked around like, that does not happen.
Yeah. I believe this has happened before. I just don't
There was a female artist who used to dance on other celebrities she would bring on stage. I do not know of any female artist who will pull a male fan.
Okay, so I guess my point is not to make it realistic. It's just to understand if situations were flipped and a man was placed in that situation, he is accepting, his dance from whoever this person is, right? But it's just a dance. At this point in time, you have to really just try to figure out is there more to this shit?
All right, so
are you going backstage?
I just want to destructure this whole conversation. All right. The reason why it's not the same is the same reason why a guy would not get invited on stage. Men and women are different. The only reason Chris Brown is so comfortable pulling this woman on stage and dancing on her and knowing everything's okay is because, first of all, she can't sexually assault him. What the fuck? She finna do her little ass. He just push her down. Now, if there was a man on stage and you started to grind on him and he wanted to grab you and hold you down, he could do that.
Okay, what's your...
So I'm just saying this whole, well, what if this happened to a man? It wouldn't happen to a man. It would happen to a woman. Point blank.
I really just disagree. I just don't have an artist. If I name somebody, I know I'm naming it wrong. I'll have to literally just look and do some research.
I think Nicki Minaj used to do something like that, but she wouldn't do a whole lap dance.
But he didn't do a whole lap dance.
He was on top of her hunching on the bitch like.
No, I just right here.
He was on top of her hunching on like that.
Not like that.
What? Nicki Minaj wasn't even doing nothing near to that. She probably bent over. Nicki Minaj probably bent over in front of you.
That was 5 Mississippi.
Nicki Minaj probably bent over in front of her fan. No ass touching nothing.
I really feel like
Facts.
Tiana Taylor did this.
No.
It could be wrong.
No, ain't no female ever did that.
I really feel like I just don't remember who it is.
Ain't no female artist did that. So, Chad, anybody who watched this, tell me I'm wrong. Prove it. We're gonna Google it. We're gonna do our research, but I don't believe it.
Alright, so I got another one for you. So a Georgia detention officer fired for inappropriate sexual contact with an inmate. The inappropriate behavior was recorded on a contraband cell phone. Bro, why do you have this nigga recording you? So first off, you're doing something illegal, and on top of that, you have him pulling out a cell phone.
I seen a video on YouTube today where it was two people in the club hanging out, and he was asking Buddy, he was like, how long you been out, bro? And he was like, a couple years. And he was like, what's the first thing you did when you get out? He was like, call her. He was like, oh man, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Where y'all met at? And he was like, in prison. And he was like, how y'all met in prison? She was like, I was working out. And, bruh, do you know how fucking often that shit happens?
That shit is just not cool, bro.
Why? Woman, first of all, if a male correction officer was sleeping with a female prison officer, he going to jail. He doing 10, 20 years. Female do it.
That's not okay. So I'm real fair when it comes to.
I'm not. Shit, let them all get away with it.
No.
Yes, sir. We need some pussy up in there. Let them all get away with it. I told you about it. It's at least 18 female officers this year alone who got in trouble for that.
Yeah, no, I'm not okay with that shit.
And I told you that a lot of women like their Beauty and the Beast story. They like this big bad man who's bad, but I can make him good.
What good did he in jail?
Yeah, but I mean, shit, not the nigga who they was telling him in the interview. He said first thing he did when he got in jail, call her because she had a crib in the car for him so he could get back on his feet.
I bet, because if he didn't have that for him, he wouldn't be there.
Back on his feet at all, he'd probably be right back in prison.
And then he wouldn't even be by you.
Probably, they seem happy. Why are you trying to act like that? They seem happy, goddamn, hating that nigga. They seem happy as hell. And then when she said, when the guy asked, did y'all, wait, he said, wait, did y'all have sex in prison? She said, yeah. Her boyfriend said, no, we didn't. He said, no, we didn't. Don't say that, baby. Shh. No, we didn't. She don't know what the fuck she talking about. He protected her.
And he's smart.
Yes.
We didn't do that shit.
He said, she don't know what the fuck she talking about. No, we didn't.
We did not.
Yeah. So I don't think that's a bad relationship. I think he actually, like, she helped him and he cares for her. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay. So Black Dating Coach says if Black women want to find love, then they might want to broaden their horizons. The case for dating all men, not just Black men. So for every 100 men, 13% of them are Black men. Then 80% of them are not ready for a relationship. So you only have 20% to work with. Then 30% of them, 5% are unemployed and 5% are underpaid. 5% of them are gay, and then 2% of them are in prison.
So, what percentage is available to you? What are we getting down to?
So, I mean, I was just breaking down for every 100 men. Like,
there should be like a final number or some shit. Like,
no, it's just like for every 100 men. Out of every 100 men, 30% of them are Black men. Out of every 100 men, 80% of them are not ready for a relationship. That's just 80%.
Of all men, not Black men?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I get you.
For every 100 men, though.
I get you. No, I didn't understand that before.
Right.
I thought you just kept narrowing it down. I was like, oh, you talking about all men, not Black men. Okay, all right, I got you.
So, then it says here that 15%.
Only 5% of men are gay?
Yeah. I mean.
I don't know about that.
That's a lie. You know that shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Maybe they should put down low and then put like some percentage in there, because that shit's not true. 15% of men are 6 feet or taller. 9.5% of men have graduate degrees, and only 15% of men make 6 figures.
Do you know how many? Not even the 6-figure thing. I don't hear that. You know what I hear the most often when they ask, "What do you like in a guy on dating podcasts?" When I hear women say literally the most.
Height.
Like literally the most.
I have really thought about this, because sometimes I just be trying to understand why do I like certain things. So I just be trying to understand myself. I'm not against the short guy. I don't see anything wrong with a short guy, but I'm just not physically attracted to a short guy, like off rip. You are not my first.
You didn't say any reason at all.
Well, I'm going to. It's just like not my first go-to preference. And when I think about it, or well, when I was thinking about it, just trying to figure out like, why do I look at
tall men?
Yeah, or just not even tall, but have to be of a certain height before I even really look twice. Like I recognize.
I feel like your chin got to be over your head for you even look up and be like, oh hey.
I recognize you. Ha, that's funny. Yeah, it's really just because I like height. I don't really have any.
You literally are not saying any reason. I thought you was actually going to say a reason.
Yeah, I don't have.
You didn't say shit.
I really didn't come up with anything aside from I just really like height. Like
that's not a reason though.
That I like height.
Yeah, it's not a reason.
I think I like looking up to people. Like it makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel protected, and I feel that's how I feel.
So why, when you with me and another dude who taller than me walk by, you look up at him and he make you feel more safe?
No, but I see tall. I recognize he's tall.
So then, do you think you could look up at a tall guy and be like, ugh?
Yes. For sure.
What you want?
Just because he's tall don't mean like that's it.
Drink your juice, whatever you're drinking, and go to your room.
But yeah, I definitely. I don't. So just me personally, we're married and we've been together forever. At this point in time right now, like a whole decade of my life. Like shit, I've only been alive so long.